Hi, this is Chris with Simply Xcart, and today I'll be recording this short video tutorial to show you how to edit or remove or do whatever you want to certain elements within the website. On this particular video, we had a client, biosonics.com, which is no longer taking phone orders, so all of the instances of the phone number, which I have already taken off and replaced it with 555-5555. They wanted to take off the phone number because they weren't taking phone orders anymore, and they didn't want to get calls for taking orders anymore since they're not doing it. So what you'll do is you'll go into your Xcart administrative panel, and I'm already in the tab that I need to be, but if you weren't, it's in content and in languages. You'll select the language that you want to search in, which most of the time is going to be English. And then all you do is search in this apply filter for the term that you're going to change or get rid of or whatever. Oh, and just as a explanation, so these things like these labels like country_AD, anytime one of the websites calls for this variable country_AD, it will display in the text form when someone's looking at the website from the front side. It'll display Andorra instead of country AD, because country AD doesn't really mean anything, whereas Andorra does mean something. But in our case, we don't care about Andorra, we care about this phone number. So I'll search for it in the apply filter box. There's a chance that you could find multiple labels that have the element that you're trying to change or remove. Like this phone number could have been littered in multiple ones, but in this particular case, luckily, it's only in here. And you see it displaying on the website, contact us 5555555. So we will leave the contact us part on the label because we want it to still say contact us, but we're going to take out the phone number. And then we'll apply. And then we'll see if it's changed. And it is changed. And then Sharon from Biosonics also requested that an element, the phone number, be taken out of the footer, which would not have been found in that label, even if there was a phone number here, which there's not, because I've previously taken it out. Taken out the phone number from the label would not have changed the information that's in the footer. To do that is significantly more complicated, and we don't really recommend it in any time that you're going in and editing stuff in this method that I'm about to display. We we are not recommending it, and anything that you may destroy or change and not need to go back is kind of your responsibility at that point, which hopefully you don't destroy your website, but you could destroy your website in this next portion. So you'll open up your FTP client, and I already have, you'll need to know the directory of the file that you want to change, and I already have the directory up for this particular file because I've already changed it. And you'll find which of these little programs, these little TPLs, you'll find which of the ones, or one, that has the information in it that you're wanting to change. In our case, it's called phones, which is pretty self-explanatory because it's about phone numbers. And then this is a little PHP program that is saying basically anytime that the website calls for this, bring up this phone number that is saved in the config file. And that's all that this phone's TPL does. What we've done is we've put in these brackets around the beginning and end of the lines of code that we don't need anymore. And since all of this code, all it's saying is pull up this phone number when we ask you for this variable, we don't need any of this code. So we'll just put these we'll put these, it's called commenting out. We'll put these comments on either side, and then when we save it, and I'm not going to save it for this video because it's already been done, but when we were to save it, it would then just dismiss all of this code that's in here, and it won't do anything. So this little PHP program is pretty much dead at this point, but it's still on the server. So if you ever needed to reapply it, or you wanted to use it for something else besides a phone number or whatever, there's 100 different reasons you might want it, it's still here. You could take out these comment brackets and it will be back again. And that is pretty much it. I will say that this video makes it seem like it's a extremely quick process, which it is a quick process if you know exactly what and where you're trying to edit, but in tasks of this nature, I would say 75% of the time spent is going to be finding exactly where the file is that you want to edit, and then the remaining 25% is probably going to be editing it and then testing the site, making sure it displays the way that you want to. And again, we would really recommend not really doing this FTP stuff, but here's the video if you wanted, and thanks for watching. This has been Chris with Simply Xcart, and this is just a video on how to edit some things for Sharon at Biosonics.